So do you really think this chupacabra exists?
Oh, I am quite sure it does.
Hello, everybody. I'm back. Episode 477. It is February 26th. Valentine's Day is over. Sorry, fellas. I know you were trying to get in. A little bit late for that. It is the year of something. Somebody's Lord, 2025. It's 10:38. I'm starting at an odd time. I was trying to start at 10, but I had a lot of work to do. I had a lot of setting up to do. Just got back from Mexico. My paws are still covered in mayo and Dorito dust. It was delicious. It was very delicious. So my trip to Cancun, Mexico, I was worried if I could bring marijuana with me. I probably could have really easily got some stuff in there. Yeah, the trick is definitely to have it on your carry-on and then put it on your person. They check your bags. So I'm going to get arrested in probably England or something for telling you this. But customs checks they can't check your person. They could check your bags. So I did sneak in this here Tecate in my prison purse on the way back. So I'm gonna be opening this now. I'll tell you how the trip went. Hide it in your butt. I did have a really cute dog sniff out some candy that I had stashed in a sock that I was traveling with, but they let me in pretty quick. An odd thing about the flight was American Airlines. I don't know. I've only flown JetBlue before this. You sneak on a JetBlue airplane really easy as a rat. But for the American Airlines plane, I was looking over somebody's shoulder at their seat, and I noticed that there was no TVs on the back of the seat in front of them. I thought that was like a standard thing. I thought that was just like thought that's how they made airplane seats these days. Thought they put the damn TV so you could see where your airplane is on the map. You could see it on the little mini map where you are, where you're going to be dropping bombs, stuff like that. But no, there was fake free Wi-Fi, and you log into the Wi-Fi, and then it's like, hey, you could watch these five. You could watch the phone in your pocket is now your the screen that would be on this chair. So that was weird. I don't know if that's the normal thing for all airplanes now, but I don't fly too often. Wow, they don't do that anymore, huh? I guess I was just I guess that's when the economy was doing good. I guess the economy's now in the shitter now. Yeah, what else happened down there? I kind of forget there was a lot of drinking involved. I watched Venom Last Dance on the airplane. It was a silly movie. It's very strange that Tom Hardy produced it. I thought yeah, it was okay. Give it like a 6 out of 10. All these movies are the same damn thing. It's like, oh, there's a villain, and we're gonna fight the villain, and then we're gonna win. Maybe somebody'll die. Who knows? Why don't they try to like? Where all the? I guess there's still A24 making somewhat arty movies, but the the movie industry is just really very boring. Like I'm sure I don't know. Maybe it's not boring. I just didn't really like the Venom 3 movie. It was okay. It was okay. I like Tom Hardy. He does a dumb voice in it. There was a dumb female actress in it that was really had some silly looks on her face, and I couldn't even follow the story. And I think maybe that's why I'm just mad. I couldn't follow the story very well. There was like some like Warcraft guy that was waking up, and I don't even know if I should have known him. I might not have seen the second Venom movie. Was Woody Harrelson in the second Venom movie as Carnage? Did anybody in chat see Venom Part 2? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Am I talking to myself again? I probably am. Scientists with guns all around me. What the hell was Venom Part 2 then? Wasn't there a Spider-Man or like a Venom, and there was, or was that the Sam Raimi movies? Is that because I could have sworn I remember seeing Woody Harrelson getting the symbiote and turning red or something. Am I tripping on some weird shit? If whatever happened in part 3 of whatever happened in part 3 of Venom with Tom Hardy, part 2 must have been really bad. But there was a couple of cool things. The second Venom had Carnage. Who played Carnage in it? It was Woody. Is chat fucking with me? See, I can't trust anything anymore. Trust nobody. Nobody should trust anything. Woody Harrelson. Isn't that what I said? Didn't I say Woody Harrelson was Venom? I mean Carnage. What? Okay, you know what? I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know what's fake anymore. I'm kind of freaking out right now. But yeah, the mayo with the Dorito dust was pretty good. It's also really nice to slather it around on your body while you're in the hot Mexican sun. It gives you it protects the skin. It lets people know that you're down to party, you know. And it's a great time. There was a lot. I did notice a lot of weird things in Mexico. There was like a from the airplane to the testing grounds where we were going to test out the mayo. There was it was like a 2-hour ride I had to like hop on some coyote's motorcycle in a bag or something, and we're going down this one street, and there's like nothing there. Everything is shut down and closed. Everything looks abandoned. I think there was a Sam's Club. I saw abandoned Starbucks, and it looked like I felt like I was like in like a Jurassic Park movie mixed with like zombies or something. And then there was the police were very militarized. There was just like police checkpoints everywhere. Juan, cheers. I love you still. Don't come after my family. Jurassic zombies would be cool. Dinosaur zombies? That would be a cool. Stupid. No, that would be horrible. Don't do that. But then you have to pretend like the main actor of the movie wouldn't know what a zombie is or a dinosaur. Like, what is that thing? I don't know what that is. It looks like a giant snake with legs and teeth. And I can't kill it. I've stabbed it and it seems to mumble and ask for my brains. I don't know what kind of creature this is. Doctor Who had a problem with the show because they weren't able to reference Doctor Who in Doctor Who. Once something becomes part of the common day lexicon, then people can who? Okay, let's listen to some music in honor of my trip to Mexico. Let's us listen to Christopher Rapkin with Lost Love. Hi, welcome back, everybody, to Nick the Rat Radio, where I forget what to do, and when to do it, and how to do it, but sometimes I do recall how to open up the phone line. So if you would like to call me at 917-719-5923, the phone line is now open. If it's not open, you'll get me saying, hey, the phone line's not open. Leave a message, and you could do a message. You could do a message.
Beep. Hey, what's up, man?
Hi.
Just calling to wish you a happy vacation in Cancun.
Thank you.
I hope the groceries are cheap and the weather's warm. Man, you deserve it.
You know what really pissed me off about all of you, everybody, the fans of Nick the Rat Radio? I gotta unload on you guys for a second. So last week I didn't do a show, and to let everybody know I wasn't doing a show, I made a little slash on X in the toilet and dropped a little turd. And lo and behold, me saying that I'm not doing my show for a week gets probably the most likes on any of my slashes on X. Jesus Christ, is this what we're saying now? Nobody up-tooted my doots. I mean, like, it seemed like people were happy that I wasn't doing the show. I was getting more social media traction, not doing anything. So what's the deal, guys? Should I just quit? Will that make you happy? 917-719-5923. Tell me 917-719-7979. Tell me that I should quit.
Hey, I don't think I've called in a while. I don't know. Calling to see how you're doing. Thinking about, maybe we needed like a sidekick or something. Like somebody opposite you. They have kind of a snappy nick the rat and stink the crack. I like that, stink the crack. Yeah, you could be like crime fighting podcasters or something. Nick the rat and stink the crack. I could probably like make you outfits. I could crochet you a couple little superhero outfits for you and your crime fighting partner. Either crochet or macrame. I don't know if you're more of a crochet guy or more of a macrame guy, but yeah, macrame. Man, you don't see macrame anymore. I think that's one like, is it an art form? I don't know.
Macrame.
Macrame, some sort of art form. It was more was it utilitarian? Because it would hold pots and shit up. It wasn't, if it was an art form, it wasn't very attractive. It's kind of like a human hair in art. Got that like shock value of human hair and art. And the macrame kind of looked like art. So you never heard anybody be like, hey man, that's some nice fucking macrame you got there. Plus it had like the beads and shit in it, maybe the beads make it decorative, or people be like, hey man, nice beads. So, anyways, what were we talking about? Oh, partner on your show. I'd do it solo, dude.
That's probably the way to go. I think so. I did have a partner or two at some point. There was what was his name, Derek or something, some Californian guy, but he died. Then I had Dame Bemrose for a while. She was around. Spooky R was on for a little bit. Had the open hole. The thing is, the more people I don't know what that's word. I can't even read it. Is that Indian? The thing is, the more people that are that have their fingers in the hole, I like only having like one finger in the hole, I think is what I'm trying to say. I think, is that sort of what I mean? It's for tax reasons. But while I was down under, no, I wasn't really down under. It was in Cancun. I was listening to a lot of I didn't have the best time down there. It was very moist. It was very moist temperatures. The compound that I was staying in had it was just very very humid, and the room, I guess you could call it a room, that I was in was four walls. I think it was some sort of, there was no windows. It was very very humid. It was very hard for me to sleep because it was so humid that like the bed felt like a sponge. I felt like I was, and then I was feeling around and there was a lot of holes in it. I was like, this is a sponge. So, it was rough. It was a little rough in that sense, but I stayed up a lot and listened to a couple podcasts, because sometimes if you get stuck, listen to a lot of felching. What, Trey? Welcome to the chat. By the way, if you want to go to the chat room, there's several ways you can do it. There's magic involved. There's Twitch, which I didn't even log into yet. I had to log into Twitch. Hold on. Social, the Purple Snake Network. Let's get in here. I think I should maybe start doing like streams on YouTube as well, but I would have to find out. I would have to figure out how to do the fucking connection thing to get YouTube connected to the Twitch and the IRC, the chat. Because if I can't connect the YouTube chat in here, then it'll be disconnected and I would be sad. And I should learn how to do stuff. I need to learn coding. I should just ask AI. I could hop on ChatGPT or Grok and be like, hey, how do I make the open hole? How do I do the open hole? All right, what am I looking for? I am very, very high. Multicast, yeah, but it might work. Maybe it does. William Shatner GPT. Wow. I should be called Nick the Tangent. We were talking about sponges. No, we were talking about well, I guess when I get forgetful, I should just play a voicemail.
So Nick, that goddamn beat gets me every other 10th time. Anyway, hey
Yeah.
Nick,
Yeah,
how's it going, buddy? I missed you tonight.
Oh.
I hope you're doing good in your vacationing Cancun or wherever you were boastful and bragging about.
Oh, yeah, by the way, while I was there, I did do a live stream on the Discord. Yeah, I was talking about the chat and how you could be on Discord. Oh, yeah, I had to log into Twitter. Not Twitter, Twitch. Twitch.tv. Hold on. Yeah, there's Twitch.tv. I knew I'd remember.
Wait,
And then you
who
go
is
to Nick the Rat.
I'm kidding. Whoa, those boots look so good.
What? I'm not wearing boots. Manage stream. All right, there's 11 million people on Twitter. Oh, Twitter. Hey, Twitters. Twitchers. How you doing? Hi. There we go. If you go into Twitch, there's also like a stupid face you can get if you sub or something. There is also an IRC channel, and there's also a Discord channel. And in Cancun, I had a live Discord stream, and I had a cigar with Waythorn and Dustin in the Wind, and we commiserated with each other, and we shared our feelings. And Canada sounds like it might be falling apart from what I know. I don't know. There's other stuff too. What else? I got. Hold on one second. Uh, oh yeah, I was talking about the podcast that I was listening to while I couldn't sleep because the beds were very moist because the ventilation in the rooms and the humidity was very high, and it's even trying to crank up that air vent didn't work very well. So I was listening to a lot of biggest problem in the universe. I don't know if anybody listens to that, but I was following this guy. He's a comedian and also a prolific comic book creator, Vito, and he's how I found this other podcast, and it's his co-host guy, because this is also another thing we're talking about, needing somebody to talk. It's nice to talk to people, though. That's why I have the open lines. If you want to call me and talk to me and work for free, and 917-719-5923. We could talk about chupacabras, Mexico, sponges, Tecate, etc. His co-host's name is Dick Masterson, and boy, oh boy, that motherfucker says some crazy shit. Like, it's Vito is like a bleeding heart Democrat, but he's not closed-minded. Like, he'll talk to you. He'll if you say, "Hey man, that's a strange thought," he won't be like, "Okay, oh well, I'm gonna block you." He'll tell you why he thinks what he thinks, and he sometimes has decent points on his thing. Do you know Dick Masterson, Tunnel Rat, or are you just saying, is that really his name? I don't really know if that's his name. Perhaps not. I think it might be Dax Footlong or something. Not too sure. But he says a lot of very, 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 very controversial things. This Dick Masterson, and Vito is not. He's sort of controversial, but not very extreme. So Dick says a lot of that women are. By the way, if you have children in the room and you don't want to hear bad words, then please excuse yourself right now. But I think I don't have this written down. I was also sweating and in Cancun and drunk on tequila flavored mayonnaise, and delusional, not sleeping for 30 hours straight in the heat, and things were getting blurry. But I think, okay, maybe it was a dream. Maybe it's a dream. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm talking about this right now. Maybe I'm still dreaming. But I think what I heard him say was that women are retarded. And like, he said this several times on several episodes of The Biggest Problem in the Universe. And he sounded very sure about it. Like he knew that they were. But the thing is I think he's married. So does that make him retarded? Or like, is that his fetish? It's a pretty funny show though. I like it. And yeah. It's a very it's a good show. It's a good show. The biggest problem in the universe with Vito Giswaldi and Dick Masterson. Hello, caller.
Hey.
Is for horses.
Hey.
Howdy.
What's up, man? How's it going?
I'm pretty drunk and very high.
Yeah. Well, when you're a low life, that's how you roll.
It is how you do. It is how you be.
Yeah. And I'm just wondering, I have a couple questions.
Sure.
Things don't really make sense. Now, you live in a filthy, steaming shithole.
Well, no, there's padding down here. Newspaper.
Oh.
Also, it gets cold in the city. It's not always very sweltering. It's a good ventilation. I got good cross airflow down in the sewer. If that's what you're trying to infer, caller.
Well, I'm just saying. Last I thought about a sewer, I hear drips all the time. it's dripping there constantly.
Well, that's the feces going down the wall from the homeless guy that lives above me. But I have a gigantic tube that sucks that air out right there.
Oh, okay.
And I sleep
I was
over
going
on
to
the
say,
other
how
side
much
over there.
shittier is Mexico than the fucking sewer, man?
Well, Mexico was
I mean,
pretty.
come
It was
on.
pretty beautiful. It was but it was very run down. I was very concerned for the people that live there. Like I was like, whoa.
Thank God. Yeah, it's kind of amazing. The people that live there.
You know what
You
I
ever
was thinking
been to
about while I
Mexico
was there?
City?
I was like, wow, there's a road here and there's electricity. That I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how that happened. Like, what kind of leader does that for their people?
Well, it's not the fucking retard chicks doing that. That's men. You know, men make that kind of stuff happen.
Because they lust over these retarded women.
Yeah, I'm not saying that men are all that bright. The average IQ is 100. So there's a bunch of retards who are surrounded.
There's like
you're just,
4 or 5 light bulbs per generation, I say.
yeah. I mean, you're smarter than the average shithole rat.
Yeah.
But that's just because they did experiments on you.
I'm all hopped up on that gub juice.
Yeah. But if it weren't for that, you'd probably be retarded too. But
I'm on the spectrum retarded. I'm on the retarded spectrum.
You're on the rectum?
Is there?
Yeah.
There should be like a retarded spectrum. I think that would lessen the power of retardation. Like if you're on the spectrum, then you can say, okay, you're slightly retarded, you're really retarded. You don't know, you're just on the spectrum.
There's a whole thing, man. Idiot, moron.
The more you stretch
retard.
the word, you could really just
Haven't you ever seen the old Army movies about it? Have you?
About
they had the Army recruiting movies with the whole spectrum of retard, how they can be trained from like the 50s. They're the best.
Can you link me to this?
Not right now. I'm a technologically challenged.
I'm gonna do a quick search here. Army, how to train your retard.
Yeah. It should black and white should pop up.
Oh wow. The APA PsychNet, a program for the classification of training of retarded soldiers.
Yeah. That's like 70 years old, man.
1943. Wow.
Oh, it's more. It's like 90 years old.
This program deals with attempts to train retarded soldiers transferred out of the center because they were unqualified, who have been classified as feeble-minded, psychopathic, psychotic, drug addict, or physically defective. See, there's the spectrum right there. Yeah. You might be feeble-minded, you may be psychopathic, or psychotic, or a drug addict, or I'm a drug addict, and a little psychopathic, and feeble-minded.
Hey, I got it. Everybody's a drug addict.
I'm deep in the retard spectrum.
Oh yeah, but everybody's a drug addict. Nobody wants to admit it.
Oxygen's a drug.
Yep, you got that right. That's the one. You'll kill if you can't get it. You'll fight for. You'll fight for that one. Everybody.
I'd choke a chicken for some oxygen.
Yeah, I'll bet you'd choke a chicken.
If I was in a bubble with a chicken, I'd kill it. I'd be like,
all right, hey, while you was in Mexico, did you eat anything that was outstanding?
Me in the sun, and then I had to go back inside because it was way too fucking hot. It was like 87 degrees. I don't know how they live there in the summer.
They get acclimated to it. It's called acclimatized.
No, but 87. It was the winter. It was the middle. It was 10 degrees in New York City.
Yeah,
I heard. Was it cold?
Unfortunately, I know.
Yeah.
Good Lord. I'm in New York City right now.
Oh shit. You'd still
Yeah.
out in CI?
Kind of. Yeah. Just north. Just north. I was chopping ice all day. Good Lord.
Chip chopping ice.
It,
Yeah, that would be further north.
yeah.
Yeah. It's all the ice melted. Today was pretty warm.
Yeah. No, it was warm. It was just warm enough to chop the 5 inches of ice.
There was
I'm on a mountain.
oh man, I don't want to get political, but there was a helicopter flying over Bay Ridge today, like all day. Like I just heard it all day, and I was like, why is there a helicopter flying over there? Because when there's a helicopter flying in the air, you kind of know that something's happening, right?
Yeah, it could have been the news.
But then I looked for it, and then I found like one of the most confusing posts ever. Do you want to hear this post, and maybe you could try to like decipher why this?
Sure.
All right. See if I could find it again. I really hope I could find this thing. It's.
What's going on?
Once I gotta go by latest. I'll find it. Fuck, where is it? This is 20 Bay Ridge hashtag Bay Ridge. Here we go. Okay. Here's what's happening. Now this is a political thing. They have the guy's name. His name is Abdullah Akil of WOL Palestine is speaking at today's action organized with the support of at least 30 other groups ahead of here's the part that confuses me, ahead of a planned Zionist protest of a mosque. And the Zionist protest is organized by a violent extremist? That part doesn't matter. But the Zionist protest of a mosque? Why would Zionists protest a mosque?
Well, there's a bunch of people that think there's a bunch of people that think the Muslims want to take us over.
Oh wait, Zionists are Jewish people, right?
Well, I guess, they're supposed to be, I don't know if they're exclusively.
Oh, okay. I didn't really explain. There's a picture involved, and there's a picture of a Palestinian flag there. So I don't know. Are Palestinians?
Man,
do they go to the mosque?
CIA has got their fingers in everything, and they want to confuse everyone.
I'm really confused.
Yeah. So you could be a Zionist from Palestine, technically. I get into it with my one buddy all the time because, like, the first Congress of Zion, I believe, was from not Turkey. Was Czechoslovakia. It was a long time ago. It was way before any of that stuff in the 1800s that everybody talks about. And then they're like, well, that's not the real Zionism movement. And it's like,
wait, who is Zion for? Is it for the what are they called, the Amish? I mean,
no, it's supposed to be Jews, but like then you have there's other people that claim Zion, like. So you got like
the Mormons.
The basic political.
Zion's for the Mormons, right? There we go. Okay, so there's Mormons are protesting the Muslims, right? Is this what I'm trying? So
no,
a big Mormon
versus
Muslim.
Jews. It would be those could be Jews, or they could just be like the Elders of Zion. Like Ford wrote a good book about that and published a neat little thing about it. You ever see that one?
Ford? Henry Ford?
Yeah.
The car guy?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Henry Ford, the Elders of Zion. You know that book?
No. What is that about?
You look that one up. Oh my
Henry
God, you are
Ford,
retarded.
Elders of Zion is. So wait, the Are you trying to tell me that they're making cars in Utah?
No,
Oh,
they weren't making cars in Utah.
Ford's
And
anti-Semitism.
Servo, you are right. Zion is like supposedly Utah for the Mormons. But then you got these other people, like you got Zionville, Pennsylvania, where in the 1600s there was this lady in she had the Children of the Wood, and she sent everybody to Philadelphia. And then they had people that broke off out of that cult that went out into further deeper woods and came up with Ephrata and Zionsville, Pennsylvania. And that's where the Rosicrucians were. There's been motherfuckers seeking Zion for a long time. The first Congress of Zion, it's not Czechoslovakia, it's not Turkey. Oh man, my brain is. I was taking a nap. I have to take a nap these days to be a part of this type of shenanigans.
It's okay.
But,
I didn't expect I'd be talking about Henry Ford being a anti-Semite.
Oh yeah.
But what did he do? Do
You
know
don't
what
know
he did?
anything about that?
I
He
did.
published millions of those books. He hated Jews.
But what did they
He
say in
was
the
like
books?
the worst.
The international
What?
Jew?
Yeah, man. It's about how they're trying to take over everything. That's kind of where those protester guys are coming from. How you're like really stupid. I didn't know that. You haven't been paying attention to shit. You didn't know about retards or Jews. You just got to watch black and white movies from the 40s or black and white propaganda film. You'll learn a lot of shit.
Wait, hold on one second here. I just uncovered a conspiracy by using artificial intelligence. Ford didn't write the articles himself. This is sort of like what happened to.
He published. He didn't write it. He published it.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? Did he read it?
That means that it's like, how John Dvorak didn't write Too Many Eggs, but, Gateway Publishing published it. But he knew the person that wrote it pretty good. I mean, he was kind of stupid her.
So, well, what you're trying to, I can't judge him as being a racist or a religiousist. Ford might not have been a Nazi. He paid for these things, and the things that he paid for were specifically liked by Adolf Hitler. But that's not saying that Ford even read any of it.
You know how you found that little video about the retards and the feeble-minded?
Yeah.
There's a whole Henry Ford video about the international Jews.
Is there video of Henry Ford doing a Heil Hitler signature in his yearbook?
No, but there is some of him and Hitler doing meth in pretty compromising positions.
Caller? Oh, fuck. Oh, we had to take a music break. Here's Lavaros with Freezing. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Make the Rat Radio. Whoa, we're getting a phone call-yo here. Hello, caller.
Señor Nick, ¿qué pasa?
No,
Ruka
no
asking-
English, por favor.
Ruka says no one took her around the world the way you did, and she wants to know when you're coming back.
Who?
Ruka.
Ruka? Veruca Salt? What?
No, Ruka.
What is
Very
Ruka?
small rat, brown hair.
Are you
Spanish.
making me say like bad words on the internet? Without my knowledge.
Not yet.
Are you saying don't say bad words in other languages?
No, Ruka.
No, jeez. If you get me kicked off of Spanish YouTube,
No. Ruka is it's a girl.
what's a
Senorita.
girl?
Well, you seem to be able to figure it out last week.
Are you sure? You sure? I don't really figure out much ever. I'm pretty.
She wants to know when you are going to come back.
On my speedy level, I'm pretty slow.
You don't remember. You were that drunk. Okay.
Well, Rook is actually locked up inside of the other cell block inside of the sewer. And if you want her back alive, it's going to be Trace Bitcoinos. Hombre.
How about the beer?
We could do that.
Victoria? Very good Mexican beer.
At the laboratory I was staying at, they only had one beer on tap. I think it was Corona.
See? It's for the tourists.
Do you know the worst part about the laboratory I was staying at? I flew 4 hours in an airplane thinking I was going to get good Mexican food. I love Mexican food. And I'm in this laboratory and they're giving me not Mexican food. I was very sad.
But isn't the stuff in New York Puerto Rican?
I don't know. It's probably made by Chinese people or something. I have Chinese Mexican food in New York. From Texas. I have Texas Chinese people making me Mexican food here. And then I go to Mexico and they're making me American food. I was very confused and hungry.
They gave you hamburgers?
There were hamburgers. There was pizza.
No.
And the pizza was like garbage. Garbage. They're like, here's some garbage. I was very upsetting.
Yeah. Well,
welcome to my culture. Here's American garbage. I'm like, oh, thank you.
When my brother was living in Mississippi, went with my two nephews, my sister-in-law there, and we went to some little Mexican place down there. You know, Mississippi is not exactly the hub of Mexican culture and cuisine, but
no,
they had a little Mexican place. I mean, every
Spanish people
every fly speck in America has a Chinese restaurant and a Mexican restaurant, but this was theirs.
Were there Spanish people working there?
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. It doesn't matter. They were giving you Mexican food there.
The nephews ordered, the one of them a hamburger and the other one chicken fingers. And indeed, on the back of the menu, there was a Gringo's menu with like 4 items on it, and I just couldn't believe it. Like, It was like as my brother did this once. We had gone out to Estes Park in Colorado, and coming back, we were doing the big tourist thing. We drove south. We went into New Mexico. We pulled in this place on the side of the road. We were the only people in there that didn't speak Spanish. And my little brother orders a hamburger. And I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Were there
But
tacos
the
on the
interesting
menu,
thing
or
oh yeah, it was real stuff. But in the
burritos?
there, I mean, like here in Atlanta, I mean, you get the you go into a Chinese restaurant there, and the kitchen staff is Mexican. You go to an Italian place, the kitchen staff is Mexican. You go to a everything. The only places that are culturally correct, I guess you would say, are the ones that are working their way up. You get the right now we have Vietnamese are working out their neighborhoods and having their kids become professionals. I'm trying to remember who else is in there, because the Koreans already moved out, the Japanese already moved out. They already have suburbs. The Indians never went into the immigrant incubator thing there. But you go into places like that, and it's feel like mom and pop places there, and it's all family running the kitchen there, and you get authentic stuff that way. But I mean, the tourists demand to have their same crap. I mean, for heaven's sake, I got two brothers who are in the military, and what happens when you go to Germany and you go to the food court on base? It's got Pizza Hut and Burger King and all this shit.
You're making me depressed, caller. You're really stepping on my last testicle.
Well, I mean, was it? I mean, they're still telling you there, don't go outside the compound because you'll be mugged or
That's
victim
what
of crime or
I
something.
wouldn't know. I really the
authentic stuff.
The road that I was on, I would not really wanted to travel too far from where I was. I had no desire.
Yeah, that was the impression I got there, and on a cruise there we went, and they had like the little tourist fenced off area there on the shore with the crap they wanted to sell you, and then there was the gate, and it was like, yeah, you cross the gate, you're you're on your own.
Good luck. Hope you speak street.
Well, and I was going to say there is you said you habla no español.
Un poco. Cerveza, por favor. Gracias. Mi madre tu vodka. De nada.
Sesame Street plus restaurant.
Give me a beer. I'm here to get drunk. Good day,
Cerveza.
Sir. If I like you,
know that.
I'll leave you a couple bucks. Here's some gringo De Niro.
Right. So should we be expecting a chupacabra buy blow within a number of months here? How long does a chupacabra incubate or pregnancy last?
How'd you know about that?
You did knock up a chupacabra.
Caller, how did you know about that? Hi, everybody. This is the portion of the show where we thank some people for helping to create this show. We have a P.O. Box. Nick the Rat Radio, P.O. Box 90549, Brooklyn, New York, 11209. I go there every Wednesday morning to see what's in my box. My government-funded box that I have a key for. It makes me feel really... What is something you might lose a key for? We got some letters here. They look like bills from my doctor. I actually do feel like Dr. Sir McCrotch. We should make a movie together. Do you know Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas? I feel like you are my Dr. Gonzo, and I am your Hunter S. on some spectrum. Let's read this letter here. I'm going to get two 96ers right now. I could smell them. Or 69ers. We'll see. Let's try not to rip it. I need to... think I ripped it. I'm not cashing. I'm not going to cash this check. If you're on video right now, you're about to see why I just laughed. I'm sorry. If I'll explain it in a second, but this is what I get sent. It says on this check, account used wipes and rubbers for a whopping. I could embarrass myself by going to the bank for a whopping. Focus, damn it. $0.96. Account. Used wipes and rubbers from Sir Mike Roch, PhD. 69 Mayo for sewer bank of sludge. February 7th, 2025. 96 cents. I might just put that one on my wall. I'm going to have like a wall behind me of his checks. I don't think I'm going to cash them anymore. I'm just going to use them for wallpaper. Unless when he sends... Sir McCrotch, you sent me that big one. Thank you so much from before. I hope to meet you one day before I die. I shall give thee a hug. Hump your leg, and then probably die. This one also says the same. Used wipes and rubbers. Dr. Summer Crotch, 69 Mayo. Used sewer blanket sludge. This is February 14th, 2025. 96 cents. Thank you so much, Dr. Summer Crotch. Let's go also look. There's a way to donate via PayPal on nicktherat.com or nicktheratradio.com. Donate. There is a PayPal link. You could send money to me. And I don't know why. If you have money to send and you like what you hear, I guess. I promote a lot of artists. Instead of sending me money, try to send them money too. There's a go to my SoundCloud, give people likes. I think I'm gonna start to comment more on their songs. I used to comment the show title, but then I got banned for being a bot. And I don't like to be being accused of being a bot, so I stopped commenting on all the artist music that I share over the night, and they deserve the money because they're really good. I don't play bad music. I don't think. Maybe I do. All right, we're going to look at the PayPal donations here. I read your initials, your donation amount, and any notes attached to it. I'm not here to dox anybody. All right, I need to slow down. I think I'm sure my voice is very annoying. I think if Dick Masterson ever heard me talking, he'd probably... I would love to hear if he ever heard my podcast, which he might have, and he probably said something like, I sound like a woman or something. He'd probably say something like that. Okay, anyway, let's see if we have any donations via PayPal this week. We do have maybe one or two here. We need to scroll down. All right, we got one here. $10 here. This one comes from, let's see here. Wow, 10 smackaroonies. This is also, I guess, 2 weeks worth of donations, by the way. Dick and Vito also sing a lot. They have very good voices. They are impressive. I envy them because they're allowed to scream. I can't scream. If I scream right now, there's going to be so many people in the deli that live above me calling the police to shoot me. And I don't need that. But they start yelling and screaming. Making a tower of empty cans here. JS. Is there a note here? For 10 smackaroonies, no note. Wow. I enjoyed them talking about making shorts with Famous Tony. Famous Tony's like, hey, Vito, you could just do this. Now Vito is currently attempting to make shorts. The shorts are pretty good. They're getting better. I'm sure they'll get better. The shorts are a good way to get into YouTube because YouTube is just shorts now, which is annoying. But anyway, JS, thank you so much for the 10. If you have any notes, please send them to me, and I will read them later. We have TK with 420. 420 from TK. That is a suggested monthly donation amount. That equals to about a dollar an episode per month, except last month because I was in Mexico eating mayonnaise. But thank you so much, TK, for the 420. We have KR with a 420. KR has been around for a long time. Cheers with you. Oh man, the one I did with mint salad when we were there was guess the orgasm of the monster noise. Some of them were really, really bad, and I was embarrassed. I did a lot of work on it too. I did a lot of work trying to set up that show, and patiently waited for mint. It's funny. I should be more controversial, like Dick Masterson. Why who is later more, men or women? Women are the only people that can be late, right? Because, like, their period. That's the joke there. I don't have very funny, controversial jokes. We have 420 from KR. Thank you. KR has been around for a long time and probably just disconnected their PayPal after hearing my misogynistic, controversial humor. We have MAC with 420. Thank you so much, MAC, for the 420. We also have KS. Thank you so much. I'm bowing right now. But I think Mint is great, and I think she should be protected by all costs from everybody, because she's super nice and pretty funny and talented and has a good point of view on movies. Hard worker. Very hard worker. We have DV with 420. DV, thank you so much. Veto Wars? What the hell are the Veto Wars? Do they end when he releases Super Killer? Is Vito the last boss in Super Killer? Did Vito get killed by Super Killer? Because he was so super, he was trying to make a comic book. Did he make it so meta that he can't release it now or he'll die? Cheers. DVKRKS. Bless you guys. Bless. Oh, I think that's all the PayPal donations this week. And finally, we have Twitch donations. You have Amazon Prime and you are sucking this cock of Jeff Bezos buckaroonies, then please think about looking into setting up a Twitch account and giving me free money. Yay. 8 days ago, Crypto60 gave me a follow and then subbed with their Prime. Thank you, Crypto60. Bless. Bless. Is that like my... No, that's silly. I got to think of something else to say. We got Dr. Sir McCrotch resubbed with their Prime. They've been subbed for 19 months. 1 hour ago. Really? 1 hour ago you were in here, Dr. Sir McCrotch? 19 mouths. What the mouth do? Grassy ass. Grassy ass Dr. Summercrotchius. We have Trey from Philly, resubbed for 32 months at Tier 1. They've been subbed for 38 months. This happened 50 minutes ago. Donker Sewer to you. How about that? A little German in there? Donker Sewer? How do you say thank you in every language? And then, oh, let's use AI to create new language. This will be fun. Nobody ever thought of doing this before, I'm sure. We're going to ask ChatGPT here. This is a stoned special thing here. Take all the languages that currently exist and combine them into a 3-syllable. I'm gonna, man, if it wasn't for spell check, I don't think I would be able to exist. Do you want to know how I spelled syllable? It's not right. All right, I put SYLABUL. I put syllable. Syllable. I'm missing an L and it's a syllabus. Syllabus? No, it's a SY syllable. Syllable? What is the thing with the claps? Is it a syllable? See, this is why you can't use spell check, because spell check's not smart enough to fix my horrible language. What is a syllable? SYL, a syllable. Syllable. A unit of speech that contains a vowel sounding and sometimes a consonant. Is that what, can you clap to a syllable? Clapping syllables? Is that how you do language? Clapping syllables. Clapping, divide clapping into syllables. Ass claps? Do they do ass claps in Republican schools? See, should I just start doing like really edgy and inaccurate political commentary? Just throw in the word Democrat or Republican or communist or Marxist. Just a label. Throw in a label. Start doing edgy. Yeah, I could be edgy. All right, take all the languages. I copied and pasted the way I spelt it. All right, let's get back in here. Into a 3-syllable amalgamation. Take all the languages that currently exist and combine them into a 3-syllable word for a rat in the year 2025. We're in 2025, right? Yeah, okay. So there we go. Okay, all right. Take all the languages that currently exist and combine them into... Wait, no. I didn't want to just combine them into a word. I want to make it a goodbye. Is it goodbye? All right. We've mashed up the human linguistic language into a 3-syllable word for a rat in 2025. We got Zuramaki. Zuramaki. Zu is inspired by Mandarin. Shu, meaning rat, or Zu, meaning rat. And Swahili, Panya, sounds a bit like Zu if you squint. Is Chat GPT being Trump right now? Did you hear about the... If you type racist into a iPhone that it says Trump? Did it really just write that for me? I read what it wrote. I'm not responsible for my words. Ram, pulled from Sanskrit. Musica for mouse rat in Spanish. Rata, sneaking in. Ki, a nod Japanese. Nazumi, Finnish. Arota, and a bit futuristic flair. So Zuramki. Okay. Now do that again, but make it mean goodbye. Wait, no. Thank you. Make it mean thank you. And only 2 syllables. Syllables. There we go. All right, here we go. All right. Here's a 2-syllable all-language mashup for thank you in 2025. We got Gramu. Gramu. All right. So next time that you donate, I will say Gramu. Gra is pulled from Latin. Gratia. Italian, Spanish, gracias, and French, gratitude. Mu for inspired by Japanese. Aragatu, mu, Chinese. Ziji sounds a bit like mu if you squint hard enough. What the fuck? They keep talking about Chinese and squinting. And a little nod to Swahili. Ashante, soft U sound. What's a soft U sound like? If you see me naked, I'll know what a soft U looks like. It's short, punchy, and rolls off the tongue like a universal expression of gratitude in the cyber rat future. Gramu, my friend. Nah, fuck that. I'm not saying rat. I'd rather say something else. We're going to take a quick musical break. Thank you, everybody, for donating. But why, though? Shadow. Psychopath.
Baby, you don't make me crazy. I've been like that since I was 18. It's the way that God made me. Don't you judge me, only He can save me. You got loved ones, I got little bad things. I ain't worried, I ain't got no feelings. This is something that you'll never find again. Guess I'm just a little too in my head. Sometimes I get psycho. Sometimes I feel I should be medicated. I look too damn good to be lonely. Just me, myself, and I. Just like the old me. Pop, pop, psycho crazy. Baby, sometimes I feel I should be medicated. I look too damn good to be just me, myself, and I. Just like the old me. Y'all are my plus ones. Get too attached and you get fucked up. I'm not the cute one, I'm just a hot mess. Plus you're no fun. We could have good times, you're just not him. So you ain't a good guy. Gone on, don't mind if I act up inside. Sometimes I get psycho, crazy. Sometimes I feel I should be medicated. I look too damn good to be lonely. Just me, myself, and I. Just
Life can be hard. Sometimes events happen that can't be avoided. When the nightmare becomes real, embrace the fear. When you are feeling down, bring others lower than you. It will make you feel like $1,000,000. For you, we have the Big Book of Curses for Dummies. Did you lose your job? Curse and kill your neighbor's loud dog. Are you overweight? Curse and infect leprosy on a famous person. Or are you just feeling sad? Curse deathly smelling flatulence on an ex-lover. Why feel bad when you can easily float to the top using the Big Book of Curses for Dummies? Order yours today for only $69.99 on the Dark Sewer Network. Oh yes.
Is it midnight in the sewer yet? It's almost there. It's not there quite yet. Oh. Midnight in the sewer gets weird. I'm going to get it from the Dark Sewer Network. I might be a jerk, but I am loyal. That's right. And you're lucky because we have sniper rats sitting outside of everybody's windows currently. Rats come cheap. 2 pulls. Best price. They will shoot you in the face if you do not buy from us. So please, donate whenever you can. Also, you could call me at 917-719-5923. Let's look at what the agenda here is. We're talking about the chupacabra. What was the first chupacabra sighting? We're gonna find out. I love AI. AI is basically living my best life. Hello, caller. Are you AI or real or fake real?
I'm pretty sure I'm human.
You're pretty sure? How could you know for sure?
Well, I have a fleshy body and hair in places that I didn't used to have hair, and then less hair in places where I used to have hair. So I think that's pretty human.
You sure you're not a raccoon?
No, if I was a raccoon, I'd have one of those like goofy ass little masks.
You'd have a little bit of hair here and there, and everywhere, different colors. Depends. I'm sure there was a bald raccoon. You just don't know every raccoon.
Got like fur, like more like a fur than a hair sort of thing.
But are you real?
But well, yeah, I think, therefore I am.
But are you sure you're thinking, or are you just electricity on the fritz in a weird meat machine?
Yeah, that's a good question. It's like, are humans, like, what is the human? Is the human just like the brain piloting a meat machine? Like we're basically like a meat robot.
Do you believe in fate or free will?
Yeah, I do. I think, ironically, I think that fate and free will are it's probably like the biggest problem in the universe.
Is this Vito?
No, if I was Vito, I'd be like, playing with my like toys and shit and pooping in my bathroom with a curtain for a door.
Vito has a very strange speech pattern.
Yeah, Vito. I mean, I can't quite replicate his kind of like nervous laugh he has, where he's like, ha 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 ha,
They get very loud in
feels
that
very
house.
forced.
Is there like another person in the background listening to laughing with them? They have like a live studio audience?
No, it's like, I'm pretty sure it's just a laugh track that Dick had Sean set up before Sean bailed.
Vito is very understanding. He always says, like he's trying to inform people and teach them. I'm on Team Vito. I think Dick Masterson is very mean to Vito, and Vito, he pretends that he gives Dick shit too, but he doesn't. It's just Dick constantly shitting on Vito. It's like like if Mexico and Italy had a war right now, Mexico is like up 4 points.
Yeah, I think the whole thing, it's 100% theater. I think all the drama that Dick and Vito have, no matter how loaded it feels, they're playing it up just for their viewers, because Dick's viewers, frankly, want to
They're
shit
playing
on
it
someone
up,
like
but the
Vito.
thing is that Vito's not playing it up. Vito's barely taking part in the partner bullying. I think we should call the podcast police and have them have a sit down between these two and ask Dick why he's so mad.
Well, because he's a dick, that's why. That's his whole
Probably,
thing. Like, Dick outside the show, I imagine, it's a pretty reasonable dude. I mean, he can't... So, I mean, he's 100% playing a character. Because,
oh my God, he's funny as fuck. He's really funny.
He doesn't take his own advice. Like, for example, he's like, oh yeah, don't get married, don't have kids, bing my boom. Yet he's getting married to 80s girl, they're having a kid. He's probably a pretty reasonable dude in real life. But he has to keep up this persona for his viewers who, pay to watch his content. Which, that's fair. That's just... But,
no, that's really
doubt
him.
Dick Masterson.
That is definitely really him. But the real Vito just has no punch. And I think he's such a gigantic pussy that we need to protect him from Dick Masterson.
I mean, I don't know. Vito, I feel like he definitely creates his own problems. It's like he digs a hole for himself. So I think for a fact, that whole thing with him, Riley, and Mint Salad, that was 100% something that he...
I think he really was being just a giant...
Yeah, he's just
no,
he basically he inserts his whole foot into his mouth. He'll say stupid shit.
I don't know. I don't even I think there might have been, but is that even real though? Is it even a real fight or whatever?
I mean, I think to a certain degree, there is drama to it.
Oh my! You know what?
At the same time, it's the stuff they I feel like if it was really a problem, they wouldn't air on the show. I feel like him and Dick would hash stuff out.
Vito should talk to Dick like he talked to Mint. Because that was really abusive. I felt like Vito abused Mint Salad, and I don't know what Mint Salad did. She didn't. I think he just doesn't like her. Or Dick is friends with Riley, right? They were. That's how they met Vito. I'm not sure the deep lore.
It's I think Riley works for Dick or something. I don't know. I don't know if they're friends, like him and Sean are friends. But
who's Sean?
It's hard to say. Sean, so on Dick's other show, the Dick Show.
The Dick Show.
Sean was his former.
I'm a Vito fan.
Dick
I'm trying to
has his
protect
own.
Vito, the giant pussy, from Dick. So I don't want the Dick to go into the pussy because I want.
Wait. Sean was Dick's former co-host on the Dick Show. Now it's some guy named Johnny.
Why did they split up?
But Sean just wanted to get he like I don't know. I think he went into it on the last episode Sean was on, and I think from what I understand, it's just like Sean just needs a break from the internet. I guess he like. I don't
So,
want to put words in
but
his
then
mouth,
again,
but
you know what? I'm asking you a question, and you're getting what they're saying publicly, but I don't know how real these people are. His name is not Dick. His name is not Vito. Her name is not Mint. These people are all fake
Vito's
superhero
name
characters in some comic book called Podcastville. It's fun, though. I feel like we're living inside of a... Hi, you're talking to a cartoon rat that has a paranormal radio show.
Yeah, you got Nick the Rat here. This his sewer of
lies and deception.
Comrades, I don't know.
Comrades.
His comrades.
Who do you ever get their voices mixed up? Sometimes when they're like laughing and getting loud, Dick and Vito sound the same. I think they're merging.
I don't know. I can't really agree with that because I feel like Dick and Vito have very distinct vocal patterns.
Yeah, but when they're yelling, I think they blend together. They become like the most Vito Dick thing in the world. Veto sounds like when you are like downvoting something, right? Like I veto that. Is that why he's so like?
No, I'm pretty sure like he's named after like that one Jimmy John's sandwich.
Probably. There's a Jimmy John's sandwich called a Vito.
Yeah, it's like it's objectively the best Jimmy John's sandwich.
I don't think there's any Jimmy John's in New York.
They don't have a Jimmy John's in New York.
John in New York, no. Let's see here. With Jimmy John in New York, there's 3 of them. I don't go that far north. I'm a southern New Yorker. There's one in Williamsburg, which I don't even know what the culture there is anymore. There's one in the financial district, and there's one in Midtown. Shoot me in the face. Now you have to pay congestion pricing to get to that Jimmy John's.
Yeah.
So no, I never had Jimmy John's. It's
That's surprising that like New York doesn't have Jimmy John's. You think like there's like a Subway like every like few blocks in New York City, right? Like why wouldn't there be a Jimmy John's? Like the perfect perfect business model for like an urban area.
What do they sell? Like condoms for guys named John?
It's a sandwich shop.
Ew. Jimmy and John are too disgusting. Like, I don't want a JJ sandwich. Like, when I think Jimmy, I think like breaking and entering. And when I think John, I think bathroom. So I feel like I'm breaking into a bathroom to get a sandwich. That's why it doesn't work
like
here.
You're buying a sandwich from like a John Doe. It's like some strange man.
I don't want some
like
farm animals. I mean, forest animals giving me. They got ticks and shit. Those deer.
Oh, we eating deer now?
What? No.
Getting a deer sandwich.
Veto. It should be Veto Giswaldi. What's his?
Vito Big Baldy.
Did you ever meet him in real life?
No, and then, frankly, I prefer not to meet Vito in real life.
I heard he's larger than life.
Well, considering that I used to at one point I used to weigh as much as Vito, and now like I've lost like 60 pounds in that time frame. So I don't know like what Vito's excuse is. But
bad Ozempic. He's been purchasing from Hims. It's counterfeit.
Yeah. I didn't eating Ozempic, man. I just did it naturally.
It's very hard not to eat. And it's very hard to figure out what you need in your body. It's very hard to live, and because nobody knows anything, and everybody thinks they're an expert. We're all on the
Dick had a good
spectrum of
point.
retardido land or something.
He had a good point when he was talking to Vito about how Vito could like look the best way to lose weight. So when Vito said he was doing like cardio for a little bit, Dick was like, that's the worst way to lose your weight, right? He's right because
There's
you
only-
want to build muscle mass.
There's
because
only one way to
muscle
lose
mass
weight.
increases your base your base caloric burn basically. So the more muscle mass you have, the more calories you burn at rest. And so
There's only one way to lose weight.
eat more, eat less, move more.
You don't even have to move more. You just have to do nothing. Just don't eat, don't move. You'll fucking lose weight.
That's how you also like have your muscles atrophy too.
Well, you should move. You gotta move. You also gotta breathe. If you stop breathing, you'll lose weight really fast. In a
drink
week, you'll be
water.
like maybe bloated with gas, and you'll explode on the beach. Cover kids with your carcass and intestine, but it's. You could sell yourself to Jimmy John's. We could have like a Jimmy John's where people explode because they don't eat and they're on the beach and the sun causes
Like
the gases in them
exploded
to
land whale.
expand.
I don't know how I feel about an exploded land whale sandwich. That seems like some that seems like some shit that the Chinese would eat. Like they're like turning to powder or something, snort it for like immortality.
I want to see some YouTube bukkake of whale guts on Asian women.
Oh my fucking sure, I can respect that, but I'm not sure that's my cup of tea.
So, do you listen to the Dick Show also, or do you listen to the biggest problem on the podcast platform?
I heard of the biggest problem in the universe from Justin Wang. You know who that is?
Huang, yeah, he lives in Queens. I'm surprised I've never seen him.
Yeah, he did a video on the wall suit, and that's how I heard about the biggest problem in the universe.
Well, you seem to be
after,
quite
nomadic
knowledgeable. You almost seem to be more knowledgeable than me in the lore of these people that exist on the internet.
Well, because it's like at a certain point, these people seem like so they seem so interesting that like you kind of have to look into like what their whole thing is, because there's been a lot of controversy surrounding Vito for sure.
He's done a lot of funny things. Jokes are funny.
Yeah, like the whole thing about like the Dave Chappelle Netflix strike thing, and then like, him and Dick show up and like they get attacked by a.
Oh, Dick was there? Like I didn't even know Dick existed. I didn't know Dick was there.
No,
I just knew
Dick got a concussion or something. Like some I think like one of the writers like for the Frasier revival. I'm pretty sure it was Frasier.
Frasier knocked Dick out?
No, the guy one of the writers. I think it was like Joe Cristalli or something, whatever the fuck his name was. Yeah, like he slammed Dick into a concrete structure and gave him a concussion.
Is that why Dick is so rich? Because he sued this guy?
Rich from his book. I don't know if Dick ever sued that guy or not. I'm not 100%
Man,
sure.
he's not just rich from that book. It could be a good income source, but I don't think that's gonna. Well, maybe it could. I don't know how many. Does it have like 1 million reviews on Amazon?
I'm not. I've never actually read his book. I know it exists, but I have no idea what the fuck it's actually about. So.
Then again, you never know. Because, like, did you ever read the Bible?
Frankly, no.
But you know it exists. So maybe Dick is as rich as God.
Yeah, that's does God measure his wealth in currency?
No, God scares me.
I mean, yeah, you got some omnipotent super being who could create and destroy you, but at the same time,
it's very H.P. Lovecraft was onto something. I'm not talking about the racism. I'm talking about like the might have created us.
What's like some weird tentacle monster in space?
No, it was
created
probably not a
humans?
really. I don't think he could. I don't think he ever said like Cthulhu was an octopus head like fucker mind flare. He was. I think he never really described these creatures other than as being undescribable.
See, the thing about like H.P. Lovecraft's lore and stuff, like Cthulhu is not even like the baddest motherfucker in the H.P. Lovecraft mythos. It's like you got like was it Yog-Sothoth? Yog-Sothoth?
Don't say that fucking name on this show, man. He's gonna ask me for that $5 I borrowed from him.
You're borrowing $5 from an eldritch entity.
I gave him.
I feel like you get so much.
Gave him the
more
planet for
valuable
it. It was a good deal.
Powers.
I bought a plant with it.
Yeah, see, you're familiar with the art of the deal.
Do you like plants?
Do I like plants?
Yeah, I bought this with the $5.
I eat plants.
It's a snake plant. I call him Snaky.
Wow.
I'm planning on reproducing this motherfucker because I heard you could just cut them into pieces and then you could I bought him for $5 and there's a whole shitload here. I can make like $1 million infinite dollars off this.
You know something crazy about plants? You know that broccoli, Brussels sprouts, and kale all came from the same plant. That like botanists selectively like bred different strains of it for the bigger features of that plant.
I heard it was ancient Indian medicine men that were making hybrid species to kill white man.
You know, that's plausible, but that seems a little.
It's the long game.
You know, dude, on that topic, how much you like want to bet that there isn't some sort of like Native American curse on this land right now, but we're just slowly succumbing to it. Like it takes like 1,000 years to take full effect.
It's called Thanksgiving. It's the acceptance of gorging yourself to celebrate while you watch football. Like you watch.
Yeah.
You watch your fellow man colliding their heads together, trying to give themselves concussions to get their balls across the line for money, and there's alcohol involved and drug use. It's very satanic. It's not very in line with Cthulhu.
Yeah, I doubt Cthulhu would want to give thanks for by like slaughtering a turkey and then playing football.
No. Cthulhu wants
basically
chaos. He wants a Calvin ball
he wants fish people.
You ever played Calvin ball? Do you know what Calvin ball is?
No.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Nick the Rat Radio. We're having a great night tonight. Let's listen to She with Take Me Back. Happy midnight in the sewer, everybody. Whoa. Whoa, wee, wow. Let's ask the internet. I mean AI. For the first experience. First. What be the first chupacabra interaction? Let's ask the AI that. There we go. What be that their first chupacabra interaction? Holy shit. Back in the time of Ricky Lake, the first known chupacabra interaction go back to 1995 in Puerto Rico when a lady, a woman, somewhere on the spectrum, named Madeline Telotino. Holy shit. Madeline Telotino is the chupacabra queen? Let's look her up. Wow. There we go, everybody. I just discovered something for you. You didn't know this was real, but it's real. Here, I'm going to pose this because I might be saying it wrong here, but this is her. We found her. You might be on the spectrum of Madalena Tarantino birthing the chupacabra. There you go. Madeline Tolentino. Let's look for a video for Madeline Tolentino. You know what sucks when you look for a video for Madeline Tolentino in Google? It doesn't automatically link you to YouTube. If you're looking for, quick audio clips to play, let's go to YouTube, click in Madeline Tolentino, and see what we can find in like a 1 minute range here. Filters, we're going to go for under 4 minutes, and we're going to go, so you look for her, and all you find is Madeline Tolentino. You don't find her. Oh, here we go. Here, this is we're gonna react real time to this video that was from 10 years ago with 1.4 thousand views. El Chupacabra, the truth finally revealed.
Made its way through the internet. Chupacabra derives from it to be. In April 2014, this video made its way through the internet, purporting to be that of the legendary cryptid El Chupacabra. The name Chupacabra derives from its rumored attacks of drinking the blood of livestock, primarily goats. Now, the first reported attacks occurred in March of 1995 in Puerto Rico, where 8 sheep were discovered dead, with 3.
All right, so something happened in Puerto Rico. We're gonna decode the chupacabra tonight. There was a fight in Puerto Rico between probably 2 families. The chupacabra will be revealed tonight. The chupacabra. Nick the Rat revealing the chupacabra every Wednesday night live. Tune in and find out. That's gross, Waythorn. Let's continue listening to this.
Puncture wounds in the chest area and completely drained of blood. Its physical description has changed from originally being described as a bipedal, spiky-backed alien-type creature to now that of anything resembling a hairless canine-type animal like the one in the Ratcliffe Chupacabra video. Now, specimens of chupacabras began to show up in Texas and the American Southwest. Researchers finally had...
We don't care. Look, it spread from this main lady. There was a fight in Puerto Rico.
Has resulted in identifying the dead animals.
Okay, look. There was a fight. Maybe... Are there chupa little candies? And maybe there's a candelabra involved, like a, the candle shit. Somebody got knocked out while they were having kinky sex with their neighbor's wife that worked at the Chupa candy factory. And they said something like chupacabra is how they died because they were cheating on them. And because they killed their goats, and the escalation between the two families rised into the KGB. And then they flushed themselves down the septic tank.
She came all the way from the USA, a few miles on the clock, but she was never gonna stop. And she liked my digs and the cut of my jib, 'cause life ain't so hard on Daddy's credit card. Hey, septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank. Oh, please me. Yes, indeed. Hey, septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank. Oh, please me. Yes, indeed. Indeed I do. Hey, she came all the way from the USA, a few miles on the clock, but she was never gonna stop. And she liked my digs and the cut of my jib, 'cause life ain't so hard on Daddy's credit card. Hey, septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank. Oh, please me. Yes, indeed. Septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank. Oh, please, babe. Yes, indeed. Indeed I do. Hey, septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank.
What?
Oh, please, babe. Septic tank,
What?
money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and thank. Oh, please, babe. Septic
What?
tank, money
What?
in the bank. I said
What?
I'll see you later if you ever wanna try and
What?
thank. Oh, please, babe.
Hang on.
Septic tank, money in the bank. I said I'll see you later if you ever
Okay.
wanna try and thank. Oh, please, babe. Yes, indeed, indeed I do.
What was that? Hey, green bastard. Who are you? Who is the green bastard? Tis thy new here into thy sewers of New York. Welcome, my friend. There's people still just standing around in the middle of the streets, and there's like a squad of police cars Let's see how many yellow cabs we see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a live feed on twitch.tv if you want to watch video of this, and it gets replayed on YouTube at later points. Australia. Good day, mate. I heard everybody's leaving Australia lately, and I hope they do because I have never met anybody from Australia. Because I had never been to Australia. And I've been to Europe once. I went to where the Irish people are hanging out drinking Guinness, and I had a couple of Millers with them. No, I had the Guinness here, and Australian porn is really hard to come by. Very crass. A lot of kangaroos. We are having a lovely night debunking the chupacabra tonight and talking about how you should cook your own food. I need a little stinger on this. You're like, oh, we're gonna cook our own food now, because you could only know what you're eating if you cook your own food. Now, for Vito, he likes to not cook his own food. He likes to cool his own food. He likes to get food from the restaurant hot and let it cool and then eat it. See, he probably does know how to cook, though, because he had to teach a lady he was with that was somewhere on the spectrum of being alive on how to cook, like even pasta, like how to put carbohydrates. I think there's a little bit of protein in there. Look, just eat peanuts, everybody. It's cheap. And if they kill you, then you're either destined to be rich or you're going to die. We're halfway through the episode and it's already 12:30, so I have to do math in my head. I have to do mental gymnastics. I might have to play some advertisements right now. I think I do have to play an advertisement. Yeah, we're gonna play an advertisement this night. He's from Melbourne. What? There was a meeting on February. Oh yeah, I was in Cancun when you had a meeting. And now he's listening and he's like, Tunnel Rat, what the hell did you make me listen to? I used to do art for No Agenda. I still do on occasion. And I do use AI because, fuck, I used it before, but I had to do it more manually. It's more hands-off now, and shit is good. But it's very restrictive. You could still go way outside the box. You could, if there's an artist, there's a way. There's like, if you build it, somebody's going to come. It might not be you. Somebody will. Might be a fly. Might be a germ. Or a bacteria. Or some single-celled organism. Tardigrade. You never know who's coming. Until it's in your eye and you're like, why is it getting pink and puffy? Ugh. And then it starts coming goo down your cheek in public, in the supermarket, in front of the fucking free-range chicken. They deserve better than that right there. Oh, we're going to take a quick break and listen to an advertisement. This is Nick the Rat Radio. I hope you're still alive because I am somehow. I don't know why. But we're going to listen to this ad. We'll be right back. This song is called Belarus. No, that's the artist. Protocol RHO. This is not an advertisement. But if you go to SoundCloud, and you for free, and you don't have to sign in, I think you could still see everything. Let me open up an incognito tab right here. This is an advertisement for the artist. I'm in incognito mode. Where should I go? Should I go to Spank Bang VR, or should I go to SoundCloud / Nick the Rat? SoundCloud.com / Nick the Rat / likes. There we go. Yeah, there we go. We got, these are, you could get all the music I played tonight. And for every night, for the past, holy shit. It's still scrolling. I have my mouse wheel. I don't have the spinny one right now. But yeah, it's still going down. It's going. Trillions of songs that are decent for the past quadrillion years. Go to these artists and say thank you. That's the ad. Now we're going to listen to Protocol Row by Bell and Moose.
I'm going to buy a copy of Catcher in the Rye at the airport and read it.
The Mayo card line is open. Call 917-719-5923. If you are calling from Scandinavia, dial 917-719-5923. East of the Rockies but south of the Adirondacks and north of Appalachia, call 917-719-5923. If you are batshit insane, call 917-719-5923. If you were probed by a Galian and you were pretty cool about it, call 917-719-5923. If you want a show about the Ouija board, call...
Don't call here. Never talk about that Ouija board experience. Thank you so much for sticking around, everybody. You are a late night warrior. You are definitely staying up late night with us tonight, which is cool because we have callers and you want to hear that. You want to hear what the people of the world have to say. Let's hear what the people of the world for 1,000, Alex.
Yeah, is Nick on the phone?
Who?
Nick the Rat.
I can't believe. Wow, don't be specious. Don't be specious. You could just call me. You could just call me Rat.
Hey, buddies. Oh man, I'll talk to you all night.
How you doing? Hello?
You just screamed right into my ear, dude. That was weird.
I screamed into your ear?
Yeah, stop.
Eating the mic? Am I eating the microphone?
I know. I had you on speakerphone. So yeah, I have a question for you. Well, not a question. First of all, I want to correct the previous caller. Cthulhu does not live in space. He lives in the ocean. Okay?
Not true.
Everybody
Cthulhu
knows.
doesn't live in this realm. Cthulhu lives in a dimension you cannot go to. You cannot see. You cannot even think of. Cthulhu does not exist here. And that's why he's so scary.
He lives in the ocean.
No, the only way that humans could sell Cthulhu and make him his bitch. See, what we're doing is very blasphemous. What you're doing when you say, "Oh, he's an octopus guy in the water, he's gonna be big," you're packaging him as something you could fathom. You can't think of what Cthulhu is, and you are destroying reality by saying that you're putting us all in danger. He's gonna come for you.
Right.
He's gonna fucking destroy you, caller.
Oh, I believe it. Yeah, I know. Like unfathomable. Is that the word? Unfathomable. Yeah, we're talking about the, ancient space beings, the eldritch gods. They're not here to fuck around. But Cthulhu lives in the ocean. I just wanted to make that clear. The other caller said, "Oh, Cthulhu exists in space, like as a toss," and no, that's not true. Cthulhu lives in the ocean.
Oh, we just lost connection with that caller. Let's listen to a voicemail.
Hey, Nick. This is Cadbot.
Oh, fuck.
You need to tell him you want El Mayonnaise with your french fries in Cancun.
Cause you's a hoe, you's a hoe, you's a hoe. I said that you's a hoe.
I need screeners for these. I need like an AI screener. Make my life so much better. Shit. Do you know what my biggest problem in the universe is? DNA. Preventing you from braiding your pubic hair. You can't braid pubic hair. DNA is like the gatekeeper on that. Like I've seen people that get really pubic hairy. Like they get hair in their pubic area, but it's never long enough for you to braid, and DNA is preventing you from doing that. You can't, dust in the wind, you could maybe do one micro braid with your pubes. If you could do more than one micro braid with your pubic hair, I'd be impressed. And this is because I've never experienced another creature out there where you could do that with. Horses, their hair's not that long. Maybe on their fucking, like, I'm not talking about their hair, that like their mane. I'm talking about like around their biddly. It's you cannot braid your pubic hair. DNA prevents you from doing this. This is something that you cannot do. But you can use AI to make a segment for you.
This is Bigfoot Assault, and I am your host, Shitty McKay Voice. Enjoy. Deep in the shadowed forests of the Pacific Northwest, Bigfoot, known to his kin as Gurthok, lived a quiet life munching on berries and occasionally photobombed by blurry cameras. That all changed one foggy morning in February 2025, when a sleek black helicopter descended from the sky, scattering deer and sending squirrels into a chattering panic. Men in suits, armed with briefcases instead of rifles, stepped out and approached the hulking, fur-covered legend. "Gurthok," one of them said, adjusting his tie nervously, "we need your help. The chupacabra has gone rogue. It's smuggling drugs across the border. Cocaine, fentanyl, you name it. Regular agents can't catch this thing. It's too fast, too cunning. We need someone unconventional." Bigfoot grunted, his amber eyes narrowing. He didn't care much for human problems, but the mention of the chupacabra, his ancient rival, stirred something primal in his chest. Plus, they promised him a lifetime supply of beef jerky and a cabin with no hikers allowed. Deal sealed. The hunt began near the arid scrublands of the Texas-Mexico border, where the chupacabra's trail was freshest. Gurthok's massive feet padded silently across the desert sand, his nose twitching as he picked up the faint scent of goat blood and something sharper. Chemically processed powder. The creature had been busy leaving behind ravaged livestock and hidden caches of narcotics buried under cacti. Bigfoot's keen senses led him to a dusty arroyo where claw marks scratched a warning into the rocks. "Stay away, Sasquatch." "Clever little freak," Gurthok growled, his voice like boulders grinding together. He tangled with the chupacabra before, centuries ago, and knew it wouldn't go down without a fight. Night fell, and the moon hung low, casting eerie shadows. That's when he saw it. Those glowing red eyes, darting between the mesquite trees. The chupacabra was a wiry, spiky nightmare, its reptilian skin glistening with sweat and its claws clutching. A burlap sack bulging with contraband. It hissed, baring fangs dripping with venom, and taunted, "You're too slow, furball. I've already made millions while you were napping in your cave." Bigfoot roared and charged, his 8-foot frame a blur of muscle and rage. The chupacabra leapt, slashing with claws that sparked against Gurthok's matted fur. The battle was brutal. Trees splintered as Bigfoot hurled the beast into them, while the chupacabra's tail whipped like a lash, drawing blood from Gurthok's arm. The drug-stuffed sack burst open mid-fight, powder clouding the air, but neither combatant cared. This was personal. Bigfoot was battered, his breathing heavy, when the chupacabra lunged for a killing bite. That's when Gurthok remembered his training, decades spent under the tutelage of Sensei Hiroshi, a wizened ninja master who'd once wandered the wilds. Among the many moves Hiroshi taught him was the Forbidden Nutcrusher, a technique so devastating it was only to be used in dire straits. With a guttural yell, Bigfoot ducked under the chupacabra's snapping jaws, pivoted on his heel, and unleashed the move. His massive foot swung upward with the force of a battering ram, striking the chupacabra square in its scaly groin. The creature's eyes bulged, a high-pitched screech tearing from its throat as Gurthok followed through. Kick after relentless kick, each one a thunderclap of vengeance. The final blow landed with a sickening bop, and the chupacabra collapsed, defeated. Its reign of white terror ended in a cloud of dust and a faint whimper. Bigfoot stood over his fallen foe, panting, his fur streaked with blood and dirt. The desert was silent again, save for the distant whir of the government chopper coming to collect their prize. Gurthok didn't care about the drugs or the praise. He'd settled an old score. As the suits approached, he turned and lumbered back toward the mountains, muttering, "Send the jerky." And so the legend of Bigfoot grew, not just as a mystery, but as the hairy hero who brought down the chupacabra with a move no one would ever forget. The end, you sewer shits. Fuck you. I am going to smoke some digital Ozempic and jerk off to deep fake Madonna porn and do a jizz ritual on Joy Reid's cold dead occupation.
What? This AI is getting buggy. I gotta fix that. Wow. See, it's don't get mad at the tool. Figure out how to use it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. I would listen to that. Like if there was like 4 or 5 more of those, I'd listen to it. Maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just make like a stream of like a sewer stream of AI shit. It's a horrible thing there. It's almost 1 o'clock. It's almost midnight and the next sewer over. You know, Cancun and New York are in the same time zone. Do you know what really fucked me up? The establishment that I stayed at. Do you know how you go to like a hotel and sometimes on the wall there's like 10 time zones on the wall? Now, it's true, right? Is Cancun and New York in the same time zone? Let's look this up. I gotta make sure. I don't know if I'm completely being gaslit, and maybe I'm on the Truman Show. Maybe doing a podcast from the sewer is helping me escape my fake reality. Is Cancun in the same time zone as New York City? Yes, it is. There is no difference between in the place I was staying. I should have took a picture of it. In the lobby, there was like 3 clocks on the wall. It was New York and Cancun, and I think both the Cancun time and the New York time were wrong. And that really pissed me off. I really should have... Yeah. You guys thought I was blowing smoke in your... up your huevos. The food at this place was so bad. I had a... The only time I was able to eat was the breakfast, if I could get the person making the omelets fresh, because the pre-mixed omelet buffet was pretty gnarl. Also, it's very hard for a pescatarian to get good buffet feed. I like to call it feed. When you go to a buffet, it's more of a feed than food because it's like, we don't care about you. We don't care about what child stuck their whatever inside of this thing that might have been sneezed in by several animals that might have flown over it and took shits inside of it. Who knows? It was not breakfast. I eat dairy. I'm a dairy consumer. I like to purchase high quality dairy so the animal suffers less, and the quality is better. A $2 gallon of milk tastes immensely shittier than a $6 quart of milk. If you are a cow fatiste, if you're a true cow fatiste, you could tell the difference between a $2 gallon and a $6. This is also New York prices. Maybe what I'm talking about is the same thing in a different place. And if you could steer me in the right direction, I'm down for getting better milk. I'll suck that beef tit. God bless the beef tit. You know what I'm saying? Cheers to beefy tits. And they juice those cows up with hormones, don't they? Who provides cow hormone to make them beefy tits milky? Who? Let's ask. Let's ask Rock. Who produces the hormone injection to make beef titties extra lactatey? Let's see if Grok could grok that. I assume you're asking about hormone injections used to increase milk production in dairy cows, not beef titties, which seems like a humorous or mistaken phrasing. You're so clever. If you make something different, feel free to clarify. The hormone injection you're likely referring to is a recombination bovine somatotropin, RBST, also known as recombinant bovine growth hormone, RBGH. It's a synthetic version of... Okay, so who makes it? In the United States, the primary producer of this hormone injection has been Monsanto. How is Monsanto stock? Is it Monsanto stock? Monsanto stock. What are they worth? Oh, wow. It's kind of weird. Bear makes fucking cow hormone to make their titties juicy. Yahoo Finance is now available in dark mode. That's weird that I searched for that and that's what I clicked and I get that. I'm going to take dark mode and it's fine. Monsanto. All. Why is it not showing me anything? Unlock stock picks and broker level news feed that powers Wall Street. I don't want to do that. What is... Just show me the fucking... Show me everything. What? Yahoo? What is this? Why can't I see Monsanto? Is Monsanto private? Publicly traded? Okay, so... And their stock is worth... How much is Monsanto? 6.3. But what is their stock? What is It's Bear? Are you just trying to tell... Okay, you're just saying that almost all other farmers... Is Monsanto Bear? Holy shit. Waythorn, it's not just Canada that is falling. It is the world. Happy midnight in the sewer. Next time zone over 4 minutes ago. Thank you, Windows. So it's Bayer stock. Monsanto is a bear. B-A-Y. Bayer. I like, what's that spice? South Bay? Bay. The little tin can with the shrimps on it. It's kind of spicy. It's like Bay. Old Bay. There we go. First time I tried Old Bay. This is a really dumb old story, but I was a paper boy for the Daily News, and there was a packet of now that I'm thinking about it, it's even funnier. There was a packet of Bay Old Spice as like a test sample on like probably like a Sunday news packet, because those were always thicker. Those were worth more. And I remember keeping a whole like maybe 5 of them. There usually was extra papers during the paper out time, but I remember that was the first time I ever tried Old Bay, was through a newspaper paperboy sample stolen from a guy named Tim in Brooklyn. Let's a Wednesday coupon day supplement, perhaps. If newspapers still existed, there would be like, instead of Old Bear, there'd be like Viagra. Oh my God. When I was at the airport, this was weird. There was a guy that was gigantic. Like, he reminded me of that comedian guy that's friends with like Joe Rogan. It's like the Spanish kind of big guy. I forget. And he walks up to the counter at I'm trying to buy some like jelly beans. I'm trying to sneak them out of the store in Mexico. And he's speaking Spanish with the lady, and behind the counter at there's jelly beans and Pringles. There's men's sexual health, and he buys Viagra, and he's talking about like milligrams with the lady behind the counter about it. And not only that, he steps on a ketchup packet that sprayed me all over my shoe. At the same time, there was a ketchup packet for some reason on the floor. He might have did this. I think Mexico was created to have this person buy Viagra in the Mexico airport and step on a ketchup packet as I stood there trying to buy some jelly beans to chew on for the flight. I also brought like 30 of my kids onto the plane, and one of them puked on somebody without them even knowing. Either way, we're gonna listen. Let's listen to some music. We got Turn in Tune with Night Street View, a dreamy and cozy cityscape. Ketchup all over my legs. Servo is still awake. Servo. Cheers, buddy. Oh, hey, wow. That was really close there. All the music here tonight is all from SoundCloud. It is all provided for free from users under the CC BY 3.0 license. Give the artist love. Over the East Coast Rockies, we have a caller live on Nick the Rat Radio. How are you doing tonight, caller? Hi, howdy.
Very good. Glad to have you back. Missed you for a week. Definitely don't want you to leave anytime too soon.
Oh man, I'm not a big traveling fan.
I was not myself, but we're married and we go where our wives decide they want to go, and we check it out. Usually it's pretty fun. But yeah, I too am not a traveler. But what I want to ask is, you bring the wife and the pup? I think you just said that. You brought the 30?
I was with like 5 wives.
5 wives, okay.
5 wives. There was 30.
They know about each other
40.
at the same time?
Well, yeah, you know. Rats are like Mormons, and Utah is Zion. It's,
that implies Mormons are like rats.
You can kill us all, baby. And, you know, we're down and dirty. We're in the sewer. We got the network going.
Okay. Cute.
It's yeah, there was a big old party down there. It was a mayonnaise Doritos tryout laboratory setup. It was weird.
Doritos tryout?
Well, they put, look, some people, they took mayonnaise and they broke up some Doritos and they put it in the mayonnaise and they needed me to test it, and they offered me and 20 wives to go, but I only could find 10. Most of them are probably dead by now.
Taking the analogy a little far, maybe. I don't know. But are you serious? Doritos and mayonnaise?
It's
You're
good.
just making that shit up.
It worked. No, it worked. It works as a way to tan as well. The layers of it, see, the Doritos float to the top of the mayonnaise, and they block most of the sun's rays. The at least 40 frequencies of the sun rays are completely absorbed by the Dorito. Then the mayonnaise takes in the rest, and then your skin comes out smooth and tasty, salty, kind of like a nutsack. You ever lick a nutsack?
No, I have not, and I don't play any kind of.
They're salty. They're very salty.
Thank you.
They're salty.
Thank you.
Well,
I'll keep that in mind.
Private, armpits are salty. You ever lick a armpit or a crack, a crevice? A person, they're salty.
Okay, we're gonna go there. Okay, I gotta say this. Anything from the ankles up to the head, but except for, I guess, armpits. No, I never licked an armpit.
Yeah.
Everything else in between. On a woman.
Caller, what is a woman?
What is a woman?
I'm so happy that easy. Question is
that's very easy to answer.
It's pretty easy, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why there was confusion with some people on this planet, but
well,
that's
it does take more than one sense. There's 5 senses on humans, right? 5?
5 physical, yeah.
And you need at least 2. You need at least 2 senses to tell if it's a woman. Maybe 1.
Yeah,
I think touch, probably touch could be touch is probably the easiest. Smell would be the hardest. Taste, and possibly hard. If you only had taste, you can't know if it's a woman or a man.
Oh, that depends on how.
No, I'm saying if you only had taste, like take out your touch and your sight and your smell and everything, and you only had taste, it would be salty, sweet, sour. You wouldn't know what it was. You wouldn't know if there was a penis down your throat or a labia on your nose. It would still just be
if you really
sweet,
think
sour,
about it,
salty,
I think we know.
from those four, sweet, sour. What is a woman more sweet, sour, salty, or the what's there's like four taste buds or some shit?
Well, let's go with the physical. You definitely know if something's going in your mouth or your mouth going into something. So that's the first thing.
That would be touch. Okay, so touch would be the winner. You're right. Never mind.
With the tongue, but yes.
Yeah, fuck.
Because you could still touch with your tongue.
Can I edit this out?
Okay.
I was wrong. Fuck.
Okay, so that's stepping back and think about it. So if you can't figure out if you're touching something with your tongue and you only experience taste, that's weird. Okay. Oh, because sex, I mean.
Like Helen Keller had
that
more than
involves
that.
all the senses.
Helen Keller
That involves more than the five senses.
Do you think
Like
Helen
my
Keller
experience.
had an orgasm?
I hope so.
See, that's what we should rate people on, their orgasm spectrum. I think that's a spectrum.
That goes both ways because
It goes every way.
The giver and the receiver.
Well, yeah, there's it's a spectrum.
Yes. And some of us are said to be on the spectrum.
See, first we were trying to normalize normality, but now let's try to normalize oddality. I don't know.
You what?
Like people are like, oh, this is a lady and this is a man, and now what are we gonna do after that?
See, that was a really simple, basic question.
No, but it's not still though. I don't know if we're out of that yet. We'll find out soon.
There's people aren't ever going to be out of that. And if you can't, okay, maybe. Okay, let me give I am not a Republican or a Democrat. I'm not progressive, liberal. I'm just, if you're going to pigeonhole me into anything, I'm more of a libertarian, but libertarian government would never work. I did.
But then you're a Nazi.
Well, I question this every time. Am I going to vote? Am I going to participate in the system? And it's like, if I don't participate in the system where it's asking my opinion, because the president, U.S. presidential election is always just an opinion because it's the electoral college that actually votes for the president. But we, the U.S. citizens, are asked our opinion who should be U.S. president. If I don't participate in that opinion poll, eventually, if nobody participates in the opinion poll, we're not going to be asked our opinion.
Caller, let me ask
they're
you.
going to. They do as much as they want to do right now, and if we don't give our opinion, they'll do whatever the fuck they want.
Do you know what Do you know what a wallflower is?
I don't know if we have.
Have you ever been to
somebody that stays to the side and watches things?
Have you ever been to a club?
Yeah. Yes, I've been wallflower when I was younger. Yes.
Have you ever seen a person standing next to the wall, doing
next
nothing?
To what?
Like standing on, like, oh, the music's going, and there's the wallflower, and you see the wallflower, right?
Is this the person that never leaves the wall?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
They exist, right?
I would think so.
So why do you waste your time voting?
Because when I stopped asking for my opinion, they can do whatever the fuck they want, even to a greater degree. And we won't even have any evidence that there's any fucking psychopathy or wrongdoing or whatever.
Do you know
just tell us, shut the fuck up, sit back down.
I could tell you how that could be better. Do you want to know why that's better?
To not vote?
Yes. I think you are fighting evil. And I don't think evil needs to be fought because it needs to be exposed completely. If you don't expose evil completely, then you can't truly defeat it. So imagine if what you thought was evil was in charge and everybody got to see it for what it truly was more. Like imagine Everything that is disappearing currently was more in your face into a deeper degree, and then you find out that it's there's less things that might agree with things than you might want, and then that would disappear completely by
I
doing
think
nothing.
I understand your point, and I agree. On
But
a
I- yeah.
local level, you can say,
But you're
okay,
right too.
that guy's
If nobody
fucking
did
nuts.
anything, we would be doomed. You're right.
Because at a local level, okay, that fucking guy is nuts. We're not going to empower him. We're not going to give him any acknowledgement. We're just going to let him fucking be over there and like do
The
his
wallflower,
fucking
he'll
nutty
exist.
thing.
Yeah.
However, these people have a system that says, "Oh, we're in charge. You do what we tell you," and then the states go, "Okay, yeah, he said he's in charge, so we're gonna obey what that person who says he's an authority. He's telling us to do this. We're gonna do that, and then we're gonna get our county. We're gonna get the states. We're gonna get our counties, and we're gonna get our local enforcement agencies to do as we're told." That's where the problem comes in. You can't ignore the state and the feds individually. You have to ignore it very widely. So, but my point is that I vote, I give my opinion, because when we stop giving our opinion, they're not even going to take our opinion, and they're going to do even more to a greater degree. They're going to be like, "Shut the fuck up, sit down. We don't even want to listen to you this time. We're just going to fucking tell you what to do. Shut up, sit down, and fucking go to your 2-minute cities in your cage, and we'll feed you worms and whatever the fuck we want to give you if we let you live." So that's how I kind of rationalize it. And I'm going to keep giving my opinion. Not that it really matters.
But sooner or later, it's going to reach France, and then they'll start cutting people's heads off, and then the tides will change. But we have to find out where the evil is rooted, or our...
Well, the cutting off heads comes upon us, as we were talking about, like, okay, that local guy, just let him stay to the side. Fuck, that guy's nuts. So we have to get together collectively in a great enough group that's not going to be opposed or destroyed by another group that supports the psychopathy. And then we have to get together. We have to remove these people from power.
Who invented the guillotine?
Sounds very French.
And why does he not have
the
a
word
holiday?
or the device? It's guillotine is a French word, but device?
Invented by one person alone, but it's mostly... Wait, I assume you meant guillotine because I couldn't spell it. Was invented by one person alone, but it's mostly famous tied to Dr. Joseph Ignace Guillotine, a French physician and politician. So a doctor politician came up...
A doctor politician.
It was the cure for the flu.
Machine.
If you have the flu, you get your head cut off. He didn't design or build it himself. His role was more about advocacy in 17... Well, yeah, I guess...
Really?
Yeah, in 17...
I have not researched the guillotine, the history of the guillotine. That's fun. That's not really funny, but that's...
What year do you think it came out in? When did they drop the first blade? 1789. As a member of the French National Assembly, guillotine proposed a more humane and equal method of execution, suggesting a machine that could decapitate quickly and painlessly. When is the first AI execution
versus what?
coming?
The sword. Versus what? It doesn't say what it compares it to?
Regardless of social class, at the time, nobles got the privilege of beheading by sword, while commoners faced slower, messier deaths like hanging or breaking. So it was like the poor version of the sword. It was like you don't get the beautiful sword, you get the reusable.
Well, the problem with the sword is it depended on the wielder's strength to actually cut off the head in one stroke, which apparently didn't happen all the time. That's why they invented the guillotine.
Like I've seen those videos. I
chopping.
I researched Mexico before I went there.
I almost spit out my tea.
But yeah, and it was the guillotine is it's quick, it's fast.
Yeah, the weight versus the strength of a human, yes, it's more efficient and more
Messier,
relatively
death, and
certain.
hanging. What do you think about cowboys?
Cowboys?
Cowboys.
COWBOYES? Oh,
Do you know how
just spelled that
rare?
wrong.
Do you know how rare of an occurrence being a cowboy was in the history of life?
That's very American Midwestern.
How rare
Central
of
Western.
a possibility is that? Like, Europeans coming to America, who the fuck knows when, a long time ago. Then they're like, you know what? It's hot. We're gonna have hats and we're gonna have revolvers. Like they changed. It was a very weird evolution from pilgrim to
Maybe to
cowboy.
us, I don't think it's weird because my wife's sister's husband to be, he's a country music listener, and today most country music to me is just like pop music with a twang. But I like a lot of it. I think that the words and the melodies are pretty good versus most of the shit today. But nonetheless, I explained to him like country music, original country music, like back in the day country music. A lot of it's an amalgam between Irish music and Norwegian music. So the Norwegians, the Swedes, and the rest of the the Scandinavian countries, people, and the Irish people went across and they merged together, and we got country music from Scandinavian Irish music.
Hold on, why are you
That's my understanding of it.
associating cowboys with country music? I don't think cowboys ever made anything other than violence and beef.
Mm-hmm. They
Perhaps.
were homesteaders, originally homesteaders. They went out there and they.
But did they make
But
music?
there were
Because
cows in other
you're saying
countries.
country music, but I don't think country music is really cowboys. Like, I don't imagine a cowboy, you know, like Wild Bill or Hickok or some shit, shooting guns off, saying, "Let's sing about my heartbreak because my truck broke down."
I now to bring that up, I wonder if they listen to jigs or Scandinavian music. I don't know what they listen to.
Let's
I'm
ask
curious to know
Rock.
that.
Did the
Go ahead.
Cowboys
What music did the Cowboys listen to?
invent music? Invent a music. Invent music. I'll just leave it at that. All right, let's
But
say
there were cows in Europe. They heard cows in Europe, but maybe not in the same way that they did in the U.S.
Let's see. Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie. Let's listen to that. That's got to be out of CC BY, right? I mean, that's got to be public. Oh, Johnny Cash did it. So, I guess is this country music?
Oh, bury me not.
I guess
I gotta turn you up.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Johnny Cash.
No.
Bury Me Not on the Lone Prairie. Is like Johnny Cash country music?
Yeah, he's somewhere between, in my opinion, rock and country. Yeah.
Well, if Johnny Cash is country music, then I
Other
love
people
country
will correct
music.
me on that. Say again?
If Johnny Cash is country music, then I love country music.
Yeah, it's like I have to look up.
It
what
only takes
genre
like
he's,
one.
like,
What's your opinion on classical music?
my opinion, meaning whether I like it or not,
Yeah.
or
Do you like classical music?
very much. And when I'm asked what kind of music I like, my favorite things are classic, and what I say is club.
Is your favorite Bach? Is Bach your favorite?
I don't know if I have a favorite classical musician, but Bach, Beethoven, Tchaikovsky, name somebody and I'd probably like them.
Nick puts the S in classical.
Holst.
Yes, this is true.
Gustav Holst, The Planet.
Have you ever heard bad classical? Like, who were the bad? They all died. They didn't exist anymore, right? Like, only the good stuff continues on. Like, I want to know, like, the shitty garage band classical music guy. Like, oh, Zeus, my son,
I'm gonna.
I got you a piano, but you don't know how to play a piano. I don't know how they talked back then, but
That's funny as fuck. I'm gonna look that up. Bad classical music. I'm gonna research it.
who was there like a like a bad classical musician that
If
made
there is, I'll find it for next show. I should
that would be
back
a
to
good
work by then,
movie.
though.
Like I would like to see a movie where it was like, let's follow the life of Joan, the shitty creator. He didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, like a classical Spinal Tap.
We could use that in today's day
Oh,
and age.
fuck, we should make one. Classical Spinal Tap.
Turn that knob
that's,
up to heaven.
That's weird that I bring that up because I think he's the last one that's still alive from Laverne and Shirley.
Wow, Laverne and Shirley are dead?
I think everyone else is dead except for him.
I'd still masturbate to them. Cheers to those ladies.
Oh, to Laverne and Shirley, I think it's Spinal Tap.
Cheers to those ladies too.
Oh, okay. I brought this up before on the show. A long time ago when you first started, you had what I'll call a special with the sisters. Why the name escaped me at the moment.
The Irish ladies?
I don't know if they were Irish, but 40s music. Shit. It was like my favorite episode that you had way back in the day.
There's a lot of them.
Oh, it'll come to me. But it was like 30s, 40s music. So I was thinking, I think I brought this up a couple of shows ago that my wife Jen, we went for our anniversary to go see a play, The Great Gatsby. And after the play, we went to a nearby bar, the Rum House in the theater district in New York City. And she heard it first. She heard a band playing in it, and we went in. We got a couple of drinks, and the band was playing. Eventually, they took a break. Bar cleared out. We got a seat, and we listened to the end. And the guys, it was a quartet, and it was like jazzy, but 30s and 40s music. And I actually like 30s and 40s music quite a bit, particularly big band stuff. And I don't know if it was serendipity or it's like my time in life. I'm 55 now, but I've been liking jazz for a while. But more and more, I like the big band stuff. So we met these guys. His name is Charlie Roman. He had a quartet that night, and I asked him for a business card. I guess nobody has a business card anymore. He asked me for my phone number, and I'm very
I have a
reluctant
business
to give my
card from
phone
a
number out.
threesome I was in.
What, say again?
I got a business card from a threesome I was in.
A threesome?
Never mind. Continue on with your story.
So he texted me from the phone in his hand. I've never had a musician, the band leader, text me from the phone in his hand to my phone. And I got it right away. I was like, that's a little weird. Okay. And a couple of hours, that was like the end of the set. I gave a donation. We went home. A couple of hours later, he texted me again with his website. So I did research on him, and I found out a whole bunch of things about him, his band and stuff like that. And I learned that they have an orchestra. So I sent him an email and asked him about the orchestra, where they're going to be playing. He said it's really hard to get the orchestra together, but we're going to be putting it together soon. So that was December, that was middle of December when he told me that.
In Brooklyn?
Yes, he's actually from Brooklyn. And I think several of the other musicians are from Brooklyn. You know Charlie Roman?
I maybe I forget the name exactly, but were they playing? Did they donate on No Agenda?
I doubt it.
Okay, then.
Oh
never
shit!
mind.
Okay, you know what? Remind me of that in a moment because that was mid-December. My wife's company had a thing where they went to Birdland in for Vince Giambardi and the Nighthawks, if I remember correctly. So my wife told me about it, and I said, "Yeah, I'd love to see that." So December 30th, me, my wife, and we brought my youngest son, who's 15. We went to Birdland January. Keep making that mistake. December 30th, and we saw Vince. And at the end of the show, I said hello, Vince. And Vince also is from Brooklyn. Because actually, I like to meet the people at the musicians at the end and say hello and thank them. And Vince had asked me where I'm from. I told him I'm Bronx, and he told me he's from Brooklyn as well. And a couple of the other band members in the Nighthawks are from Brooklyn. Fast forward, Charlie Roman gets a 7-piece orchestra together, and I get my wife to go with me in January, and we see, and 3 out of the 7 players with Charlie Roman were at Vince Giambardi's Nighthawk. So at the end of the set, I went up and said hello, and I said, I saw you guys there, and they were like, oh, thank you. And I turned to Charlie Roman, and I said, I met Charlie, and he goes, yes, at the Rum House. So the band leader remembered me from the first time. So that guy was really responsive right there when he texted me. And when I sent him an email, he responded to my email in 20 minutes. I was like, that's weird. And this guy's fucking busy. They do big weddings and stuff like that. They're fucking like no small guys. Maybe the world doesn't know about them, but they're not like idle.
Well, caller, he knows you're well connected, and he's scared of you.
Well, I wondered that too. So, fast forward last night, I told my friend, I have a very close female friend that I like hanging out with, and I told her about this back early January, and she's like, "Oh, that looks really good." So I eventually brought her. We went there last night, and of course we got more pictures of them, and they remember me. And at the end, Charlie Roman turned around, and after all the pictures and stuff, he said he's putting together a 10-piece band, and that he'll let us know about it. I said, "Do you have a mailing list?" He said, "No, keep checking the calendar." So I was the only one that he actually stopped and said that to and talked to. So I know I'm not the female, but as a musician, you want the opposite sex to be groupies. But not to say I'm a groupie, but I've been to 3 of his shows, and I really like his music. I like the band. But my point was, do you like jazz music? I still can't remember that. The Andrews Sisters. There we go. I finally remember it. The Andrews Sisters. You had a show early on the first year. You remember that?
Damn, I was trying to make a really cool segue to, I found it was like episode
I was
15.
wondering if you hung up on me.
It was episode 15, I think, right? It was very,
it
very
was
early
really
on.
early on. Yeah.
Well, let me play that, because everything on there should be legally playable. So it was the Andrew Sisters?
If I remember correctly.
Or was it the War Sisters?
No, that doesn't sound. I think it's the Andrews. It's the only time you ever played something like that.
Huh.
To my recollection, to my knowledge.
Well, let me see what this War Sisters. I don't know what this is, but let me.
What episode is that?
15.
That sounds about right. Yeah, because it's all war songs.
Hello, everybody. This is Nick the Rat coming to you.
Yeah, you used to
from
talk
a
in that
tin
falsetto.
In
I had a different microphone back then.
This is my war episode. It's about war.
Okay, I don't know if that was it, but
If it's the Andrews Sisters, that was it.
it might have been. It might have been. But yeah, you can go check that out.
I'm going to check it out again. It's one of my favorite episodes.
Grassy ass. Cheers to you, sir.
Thank you. Cheers to you.
Do you want to get
And I guess,
deep in a conversation right now?
I'm fine. Yeah. Now would be the time because I probably can't do it next week.
Okay. Well, I do have a deep question for you. I don't know if you want. I don't know if you want to answer it, but do you?
How deep does it go?
It goes down to religion.
Oh, go ahead.
Are you religious?
I was going to say, I'm okay with that because I am not religious, but I am not atheist.
Do you think Cthulhu is out there with his tentacles inside of us?
I put it in the text, but I have not read any H.P. Lovecraft, so I know about it. I have the role-playing game, but I've never read any of the books. And every time Cthulhu is brought up, I think of Marcella. You know
She's
what I'm
out
talking
there.
about, Marcella? I don't know.
She's out there.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Marcella?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. She went by another name. I forget her.
She's
what
out
name
there.
did she go by? Who? Cthulhu or Marcella or both?
She's out there. Just the thing
Cthulhu
is
female?
that when there is are you scared of the beyond? Do you think the beyond is going to be too far beyond? Or do you think that you could handle knowing what isn't knowable?
Yeah. Oh, From Beyond was a great movie. I did see that. And about the beyond, I say, okay, I do it every fucking day. I'll figure out what today brings me, and I'll figure out what tomorrow brings me when tomorrow comes. So when I go to the great beyond, either there's something there or there isn't. I think there kind of is. But I won't know until I get there. Just like tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes, only today.
That's why I never called her back.
I almost just spit out my drink again. Who's hard? Cthulhu or Marcella?
Tomorrow.
Oh. Of all the girls I had, I never had a girl named Tomorrow.
She never comes.
Ah!
Bigfoot Beats. How to get paid with scam t-shirt business.
Look for a job today, baby?
I didn't have to look, Gina. I got something better coming up tonight. Bigfoot?
I told you if you kept trying, you would find a job.
No. There's something better, Gina. I ain't gonna be on the radio. Me and
Bigfoot?
We're gonna sell t-shirts tonight outside.
Bigfoot?
Sounds nice, really.
Get cheese on that too.
Don't you need a permit for that?
Gina, I ain't trying to hear nothing about no permit. Please, me and bro, man, about to get roll it.
All right, then good luck tonight.
You know, girl, we get
You got You got
See, you love this t-shirt. It lets you say everything you want to say.
here, hardly anyone moves Bigfoot. Only one.
Well, I get two, one to shoot, one to wear.
Heat. T-shirt shops are among several businesses whose profits soar this time of year.
Well, it speaks pretty loudly. A T-shirt.
Heat. Heat.
Hello, comrades. Do you know how it is hard to go onto a website with lactating men or watching little children ride little animals, and then you hear knock at door, is government man with gun waiting to shoot you, lock you up, put you into a cage, and put you on display for Lord and Savior Putin to beat you with his penis? Yeah, this is no good. I do not enjoy it either. And most VPN services in communist Russia, it's no help, does not help me become the pervert of the future that I would like to be. So basically, there is new service recently purchased from Mr. Bemrose himself to put into Russia. It is Sir Bemrose's Russian VPN is now owned by Russian government. We do not spy on people. The packets are always kept hidden, like undercover. You cannot see, they do not see the packets. You go onto your dating website, you look for a partner, you are big, you big horny hentai man. Your government won't know. They won't come to your house, knock on your door. If you order drugs like marijuana or any type of drugs on the internet, they do not care. They will look right through it. They just see static. They do not see what's going on. Trust me. You could trust me, your friend Boris VPN on off. Sir Bemrose talked to me on phone personally. He sound much like a little boy. Sound like Mr. Bemrose doesn't work out much. His pecs are probably really small. My pecs really big. I think Mr. Bemrose started the VPN service to go look at My Little Pony websites, and he was being harassed by his government man because Senator Trump, he does not like pony boys, but he sold his technology to Russia. And now we are advertising Mr. Sir Bemrose's Russian VPN is new addition to old Sir Bemrose VPN service. You and me together will make world great again. You don't have to worry about being spotted for being a weird freak on the internet. If you look at, let me look at my search history right here. Let me bring up web page and go to my search history. Let's see how to become big, strong man in Russia today. That's me. Yes, I searched for that. Like this one, I like pictures of how to get my sister naked, not looked frowned upon in Russia. They will arrest you on spot if they knew you were looking for this. But if you look for this with Sir Bemrose's Russian VPN service, you could look like you are coming out in a Swedish VPN, Swedish internet. They don't care what you do in Sweden. I've been there once. There's brothers and sisters all over there touching each other on the buttocks.
So, what kind of doctor are you?
I am what is known in the scientific community as a cryptozoologist.
What's that?
It is the study of unknown and uncatalogued animal species. We call them cryptids.
You mean like unicorns?
Well, actually, those are mythological and fictitious creatures. My field of study is the chupacabra.
Oh, yes. I picked up a souvenir. They said it was native to the island.
That's quite right. The chupacabra, whose name literally means goat sucker, lives on the blood of mammals and is responsible for all the animal mutilations we've been hearing so much about.
Maybe this this lady sucked on this guy's goat. I think we gotta go home this week. I think the show's over. What else do I have to talk about here? Let's look over my notes for this week, and then we could probably go. Now let me get the mic out of here. With the mic away. Here we go. How about there? Let's see. Cook your own food. Reddit is not real. I like to drop hot takes in it to lure the bots out. People on the internet are calling people stuff, and it really makes it lose its power. Maybe we should all start calling them something to make it not as powerful. Like instead of Cthulhu, we just call them the C word. Let's see. Religion. Why did so much cool, crazy, paranormal shit happen only 2,000 years ago? And today we are all charlatans. And today we're all just charlatans with like blood coming out of statues' eyes. Let's see. And are the Jewish people still waiting for their God to be manifested in our current reality? And what would that look like to them? What would they like to see? And how would they know if and how do they know if it was already if they were already there? And what if it accidentally got aborted? I think of religion as more blah blah blah, skibidi doo, and I don't want to meet any gods. They would be very different from us. And look at what we made, and we made like cities for electrons that run around endlessly so we can praise the existence of Harambe. And is Harambe known worldwide currently? Or are only the major world leaders known by almost every soul on the planet the only worldwide currently known things like Obama and Putin, etc.? And who would actually name their kid Princess? Do fathers approve of this bullshit? They must have fucked up really badly and lost a bet to let their kids be named that. You know, one time I did meet a princess, and I said, "Hey, princess, do you go by anything else?" And they said, "My dad calls me Prince for short." And then for a really controversial take, let's do a controversial take here.
Oh shit, Nick!
What?
You're really not gonna answer my call.
No.
You must be out of the country or wherever the fuck.
No.
What? I was gonna also ask you what the difference in a BJ and anal sex was. Just as a doctor, I was curious what the hell's going on with your situation.
The amount of
And
peanut butter
yeah,
required.
the difference in a BJ and anal sex is BJ in the morning will make your day. Anal sex will make your whole week.
You ever notice that ladies, females, you know, now that we all know what a female is or whatever, or I don't know, maybe if they're like a female avatar. Now that we know what female avatars are, why do they always cover their mouths when they laugh? You never see a dude, like, when they laugh, they might duck out or run away or shit their pants, but they don't really cover their mouth. But whenever, are they hiding something? Like, I've never seen a female's mouth before. Like, I've never eaten at a restaurant with one, so I never really looked at one in the face. Usually I'm sitting next to them while we absorb the radio waves of the all-powerful AI. We have to go tonight. This is the time that the Cthulhu takes over and tells us that chupacabras are real. Don't forget to buy a snake plant, everybody. Sierra Choker. Sierra Cocker? Creep.
When you were here before,
See you next week.
could look you in the eye. You're just like an angel. Your skin makes me cry. You flow like a feather in a beautiful world. I wish I was special. You're so very special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. And I want you to notice when I'm not around. You're so very special. Yeah, I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. You're so fucking special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. Oh, I said it. I went alone. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong. I'm a creep. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here.
I must say the food on board is absolutely exquisite.
My meat was a little dry.